So even though we're in an artificial setting today, usually we like to get outside and interact with our environment. This room has been specially designed to replicate the movements of our ancestors as they would have moved over their natural terrain. So these movements include climbing, traversing, rope climbing, rope swinging, brachiating, crawling and rolling. And these are the movements that our ancestors would have had to carry out on a daily basis to move over their natural terrain. So these are the movements that our bodies were actually designed or adapted for. So as humans, we actually have a variation of different ways that we can actually move over our terrain. So these are our bipedalism, which is our upright, walking, running, sprinting. Brachiating abilities, which is our arm swinging or monkey bar swinging abilities. And we also have quadrupedalism, so our ability to get down on all fours and use all four limbs together, such as crawling and also climbing activities, but using all four limbs together. And because our bodies were designed or adapted to move over these different kinds of terrain in these different ways, it's important then that we incorporate these movements into our exercise and activity programs. These activities actually help develop balance, coordination, whole body strength and whole body integration. So in modern gyms and modern lifestyle, what we tend to do is isolate one particular muscle or joint and work it repetitively to increase strength. But when we look in the animal kingdom, we see that animals never isolate muscles in this way, and basically they move in accordance with their natural terrain or their natural environment. So they use their whole bodies all of the time, which develops a whole body strength rather than the strength of just one particular joint. And one of the movements that we see apes and monkeys and chimpanzees doing is something called brachiating, which is almost like an arm swing, almost like a monkey bar swing. And as children, we love to do this exercise, and it's something that we seem to lose as adults. But it's something that our joints are capable of and something that our joints were designed to do. So it's one thing that we need to incorporate into our exercise programs. So if you haven't hung for a while or swung for a while, one of the best things to do is just find somewhere where you can actually just hang. And what that does is it really helps to elevate and rotate the shoulder blades. So that can help with shoulder mobility, and it can actually help to take the pressure off the brachial plexus, which is the nerves which pass through the shoulder. So if you just find somewhere that you can hang with a full arm length, and then just take the legs off. The next thing you can do is basically just start to swing, and then eventually develop the strength to let go of one and swing onto the next ring. And this is basically called brachiating, which is an activity that monkeys do, but something that we would have always done. And our ancient ancestors would have always moved in this way. So it helps to develop the body very naturally. And basically when you're doing these kinds of movements, they're completely interchangeable. So you're never doing the same movement repetitively. It's constantly moving and constantly changing. So it helps to develop the body musculature in a very natural way.